Greetings people, Personally, and today I got robbed. Everything is gone, no books, no background besides the light, everything was stolen. Not really, I'm moving, that's the whole idea. I'm moving places soon, but you will see. That just means my background is going to look a little bit different, but whatever. We have new cards, and here's something interesting. I didn't really look at them. I looked at the first 10 cards, not the other like 22 or so. We even used the golden animations because I'm gonna craft some of those in golden. And we start with Tainted Heart Tormenter. Demon Hunter card, 8 mana 8/8 like Ragnaros, but taunt your opponent's spells cost 2 more. That means if you play big Demon Hunter, it probably won't still be viable. If you were to cheat out this card somehow, if you had something like Void Caller maybe, like in Warlock, could be good. But is big Demon Hunter good? Not really. The effect is really annoying. It's like on the 6 mana 5/5 epic called Naruba that people used to play in Darkest Hour Warlock. Difference is that Darkest Hour was really broken and this isn't. So I hope big Demon Hunter works, but we will see. A new sigil. We have the one that silences enemies. We have deal 3 to everything, and now we have summon 2/2 demons with taunt. It's 2 mana 4/4. That's not bad. But you would need to play a defensive Demon Hunter. Would you play that? I wish you would, but we need some broken cards for that. And lastly, Fell Rattler. Rush, deal 1 damage to all enemy minions. That is not too bad. It's basically Arcane Explosion if this dies, as well as Frostbolt in a single card. That is honestly not that bad. The only problem I see is, with +3 cards supporting like Death Rattle / Big Demon Hunter, a deck that doesn't exist and doesn't work, I don't think +3 cards that support that archetype do anything. But maybe next expansion. Maybe next expansion. So far, nothing broken. Druid with the first problem card, the Lady. Thing is, if you play something like Celestial Alignment and all your cards cost 1 mana, while your nature spells cost 2 less, so they are free. And you play Innovate, play the card, and then you win. Maybe. Or it won't happen. Deviate Dreadfang. After you cast a spell, get a 4/2 Viper with Rush. This card reminds me of Mount Seller. You know when you played exotic Mount Seller and played a bunch of spells? Most spells that are good in Druid are nature spells anyway, so play the card, get some Rush minions, maybe this one sticks on the board. Then Fangbound Druid, taunt Death Rattle, reduce the cost of a beast in your hand by 2. That is pretty good. So this is basically a 1 mana 4/3, if you happen to reduce a beast in your hand. Compare this card to like the other 4/3 without effect. Here it's like Silverback Patriarch. Same stats, better effect, just get power creeped. Might see play in Standard, not in Wild. In Hunter, Venom Strike Bow. 4 mana and it's poisonous. What I don't get is, you also take the damage face. If you were to get immune, on top of that, would be a good card. But honestly, for 4 mana and you gotta tank the damage, you gotta hit it face, this feels really bad. Like, I think this is probably the worst card so far. Then Sindori's Scentfinder. Summon 4/1/1 hyenas with a rush. So you could say this one is a 4 mana 5/10. However, why would you get 1/1s with a rush? If you play like Starving Buzzard, you can draw 4 cards. This card probably sees play in like Midrange Hunter, or maybe in Quest Hunter, but that is Wild now and doesn't exist in Standard, so. For Wild so far, I think besides Lady Anacondra, nothing sees play yet. And then a 0 cost card, so it should be good. Let's see. Serpent Bloom, beautiful artwork, nice blinking animation. Give a friendly beast poisonous. So it's like Adapt for Paladin without the 1 mana cost to it, and you can only target beasts. It's kind of like playing Hunter's Mark and then trading a 1/1 minion into it, but you skip the part where you use Hunter's Mark and just use that instead, and it's free. Probably just a better version of Hunter's Mark if you were to play beasts, which I don't know how many hunters do, but some do for sure. Shattering Blast. Destroy all frozen minions. That is annoying. That is just the effect of the man who's in the picture, right? Only problem is that you probably won't play this card because there's no point to it, and you would need to freeze minions first and then use that. This seems really bad. Frostweave Dungeoner. Better card draw a spell, so far so good. If it's a frost spell, summon 2 1/1 elementals that freeze. Oh, that's pretty cool. That's a 3 mana 4/5 that draws a card. That's really good, honestly. And then Flowcaster. Costs 2 less for each frozen enemy. So in Wild you play Secret Mage and you have like Cabal Crystal Runner. After you play Secret, it costs -2 mana. I think Flowcaster is just going to be free. Like, your opponent plays minions, you use Frost Nova, summon 2 of those for free, win the game. Or it turns out that Frost Mage or Freeze Mage is really bad, and people don't play it. But I can see a world in which this style of archetype works. The only thing is, when you used to play Freeze Mage back in the day, you just had an OTK. You either played like Alexstrasza Face and then just go with double Fireball and Frostbolt for 15 damage, or you played something that gives you spell damage and have like double Frostbolt and Ice Lance. This just seems a different approach to it, where you don't have an OTK and just freeze. Might be annoying though. Good work. Paladin. Party Up. 7 mana, summon 5/2/2 adventures with random bonus effects. Random. I think this card won't see play because it doesn't fit into any archetype, to keep it short. Seed Cloud Buckler. It's a weapon, 2/3. Death will give your minions Divine Shield. Maybe an odd paladin in Wild. But even then, you would rather just play Conviction and buff your existing minions instead of giving them Divine Shield. As you've seen on Death Spite for Warrior for the past years, having a Death Rattle on a weapon is pretty good. So this might see play, but I don't really see it. I don't know, this seems like a fun card you can play in a deck that doesn't work yet. And then Judgment of Justice. So if your opponent has like a 10-10 Edwin on like turn 3 or 4, and you play this, they just don't have it anymore. Or they have a Giant against like Dark Lair Warlock, they have a 1/1. This is annoying. But then again, if you play against aggressive decks, like let's say Mage or other Paladins, maybe Pirate Warrior, they have like a 1/1 or 2/2 minion, so this doesn't do much. Good thing is though, it's a holy spell, so you can draw that by using the guy that draws a holy spell. That guy. Not sure if that sees play, but maybe as a one-off against Giants. Could be. Then Priest. First card looks pretty cool. Against all odds, destroy all odd attack minions. I've seen that you can use Wave of Apathy, so you set every single enemy minion to 1 attack. And then you just cast this afterwards, so for 6 mana and 2 cards, you destroy the entire board. But then again, you can just use 7 mana and use Psychic Scream and have an effect that is way better. So I'm not sure if this is really good. Also, what if your opponent has like 2, 4, and 6 attack minions? This has no effect. I would say in Wild this doesn't see play, in Standard maybe. Then another Dungeoneer. Battlecry, draw a spell. If it's a holy spell, reduce its cost by 2. So this card is like a 1 mana 2/3 that draws you another card. That's kind of good. Also, most spells are holy for Priest or Shadow spells. That card probably sees play. And then Cleric of Anshi. Battlecry, if you've restored health this turn, discover a spell from your deck. So instead of playing like Shadow Visions, you just Hero Power, face, and go with that. Also, because it is a Battlecry, you can just play like Bran with it and get 2. And that's twice as good. That's a good card. Cleric is going to see play. Rogue, we get Drought of Concealment. Draw 2 minions. Any played this turn gain stealth for 1 turn. I don't know if stealth is really important or not, but if you have an annoying card, like the guy that draws more cards whenever you play a Battlecry or combo card, this could be good. Probably sees play with preparation because, you know, draw some cards, should be good. Savory Delight. Yes. Transform a minion in both players' hands into a pirate or stealth minion. So it's like playing Demonic Project, the card from Boomsday, I think, for Warlock, but for 1 mana less. I think most stealth minions are complete garbage, and most pirates are bad without synergy, so this one is annoying. But you also transform your own cards, which is not that good. Then we get Water. Stealth has poisonous while you have no other minions. That is an interesting effect. So rogues are supposed to be stealthy and poisonous, but nobody plays a style of deck like that, right? That just doesn't exist in Hearthstone. Which would mean so far this card doesn't see play. But I like the idea of that. And for Shaman, Primal Dungeoneer, they have a bunch of Dungeoneers. It also draws a spell. If it's a nature spell, also draw an Elemental. I like that. Elemental Shaman in Wild does not exist because it's bad, but it's fun to play. And if you play for fun or you play Standard, this is a good card, honestly. So you draw 2 cards and you get a 2/3. That's good. I like that. Perpetual Flame. Deal 3 damage to a random enemy minion. If it dies, recast as Overload 1. Why? Why is it Overload? It only overloads once though, right? But why is it Overload? Overload is such a bad mechanic. It deals damage, could deal up to 21 damage, destroy everything, maybe. That's a good card. But Overload is pretty dumb. And it's random, so you can't even target that. Wailing Vapor. 1 mana 1/3, that's a good start. After you play an elemental, gain +1 attack. That is basically Tunnel Trog without the Overload stuff. That's good. Also, if you're playing elemental focused deck, this is pretty good. Yeah, I like that. Also, it looks pretty. I wish the golden animation would keep on playing, but they don't. Sorry. Warlock, best class ever. Stealer of Souls. After you draw a card, change its cost to health instead of mana. That is the one card I've seen on Twitter, because when you play this card into something like Plot Twist and you draw like 8 other cards, then for just 6 mana, your entire hand only costs health. And then you can play like Mal'Ganis, so you are immune, or you play Violet Delusionist, which makes you immune. So in Wild, maybe this is complete garbage, or just breaks the entire game, because you can, on turn 6, easily play anything you would like to have. Or just win by playing Mechathon, so that's going to be fun. Unstable Shadow Blast. That's a cool name. Deals 6 damage to a minion. Access damage hits your hero. Ooh, so it's the other way around. I like that a lot more. That is kind of like, how's it called, Shadow Bump? That's kind of like that. It's also similar to the Hunter card, where you deal access damage to the enemy's face. I like that a lot. That's a cool card. I would play that and craft that in Golden. And then Final Gasp. Deal 1 damage to a minion. If it dies, summon a 2/2 Adventurer with a random bonus effect. We had the other card up there for, I think, Paladin or so, which summons stuff with a random bonus effect. Is the bonus effect just like get Divine Shield, get Taunt? It probably is something like that. This seems pretty meh. This is kind of like Blood to Ichor, which you used to play in like Patron Warrior. So in other words, I don't know, you probably don't play this. Yeah, no. Warrior! Crash, Lord of Turtling, which is now a beast. I think yesterday they showed a picture with this card not being a beast. Now it's a beast. Frenzy, gain 8 armor. Death Rattle, equip a 2/5 weapon. That is a good card for Control Warrior. I like that a lot. Good job, Hearthstone team. Then Whetstone Hatchet. 1 mana 1/4 with an upside. After a hero attacks, give a minion in your hand +1 attack. If it says a minion, why is it not a random minion? It's like, it is random, right? It's not like all minions. So why not include whatever. And then lastly, Man at Arms. Battlecry, if you have a weapon equipped, gain +1/+1. Oh, it's a 2/3. So you play 2 mana 3/4. Don't we have that? I could swear we have that in other cards. I think you still play Totem Golem in like even Shaman. So maybe in Pirate Warrior you play this on turn 2 instead of Ship's Cannon. It's hard to say because this card just does nothing. Like it gains stats, right? That is the effect. The card itself is just stats for 2 mana. Do you want that? I don't know. This seems like an alright card you might have played like 3 years ago, but right now, maximum in a Pirate Warrior deck and something aggressive. But then, how do you guarantee you have a weapon on turn 1? This guy over here eats a minion in your opponent's hand and gains its stats. That's pretty good if you don't die until turn 7. And then this card doesn't have Taunt, but in a control deck, that's really good. Also, Brandon, this is better than Dirty Rat. Then Archdruid Neralax. Dormant for 2 turns, where Dormant add a Dream card to your hand at the end of your turn. The Dream cards are pretty meh. 1 deals 5 damage, that is pretty good. 1 is +5/+5, then you have like a 3/5 and you have a 7/6 for 4 mana. It's an alright card, you might play it in Standard, not in Wild. Selfless Sidekick. Battlecry, equip a random weapon from your deck. This seems so much better than Malkorok, but then again you need 7 mana to get a weapon from your deck, so... Maybe in a Recruit Warrior you have like Woe Cleaver and this, but this seems like something for Ruffle, so Ruffle, have fun with that card. Devouring Ectoplasm. 3 mana 3/2 Death Rattle, summon a 2/2 Adventurer with a random bonus effect. How about no? Arena card and the Meeting Stone. Looks cool. At the end of your turn, add a 2/2 Adventurer with a random bonus effect to your hand. Random. Here are 2 upsides about this card. First of all, it's at the end of your turn, not the start, so better than all the caravans. And number 2, you add something to your hand, which hopefully is a 1-cost minion. But we will see about that. Overall, my ratings for this set, pretty fun, pretty interesting designs. Besides like this one over here, which seems just really broken if the deck actually works out. All the cards seem fine. They're like on the same power level as the current meta, which I do like. Maybe this card is really broken here, but most cards seem fine. And I like that. Also, Big Demon Hunter one day is going to be a thing. Then we are also going to be able to get those 2 card packs. This looks like the Hakar card pack we got for free, but with Ravens instead. This looks like Dame Hazelbark. And we can purchase 94 card packs. You see this up there? 94. If all of them are 500 gold, you just go into your collection manager and just buy them. Which means if you have something that is exclusive so far, where you're like, oh yeah, that's the card pack I have, soon everybody can have it. I mean, it's just a card pack, it doesn't matter, just buy it, seems good. This is the Dalaran Flame card pack, you might have seen it before. It looks pretty cool. You can just buy this on eBay. I think it was 28 euros when I bought it. Obviously, I wouldn't admit that in case it's against TOS, so I didn't do it. But you can buy this on eBay if you really wanted to have this card back. So hey, overall, pretty good update. Looking forward to maybe even stream it. Probably not, but I will play it off stream. Now the next 2 videos, Expansion Showdown tomorrow, will still be in this room. Chronicles against Zeddy on Sunday will be in this room. And then starting next week on Monday, I have videos with a different background, maybe. Unless I record more videos today and produce in advance. We will see. It's just the background. Hope you guys have fun with the expansion and take care.